Okay, so thank you so much for joining Polima. So hi guys, today we have Polima is there. She's working as a Oracle DBA, and she was my student earlier. And it's been a long time now. She's working as a Oracle DBA. So we have invited Polima here to talk about the Oracle DBA responsibility. She is going to give us some heads up about what is the day-to-day daily activities, and those people who are watching this video, it is going to be really helpful for the people those who want to start their career into the Oracle DBA. So let's take this interview positively and try to understand that how things are going up into the Oracle DBA. So thanks for joining, Polima. It's been long time we are meeting together.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hope you are doing good.
Yeah, I'm good, good.
Good.
So again, I'm saying sorry for calling you late night. It's already late here, and
Yeah, it's fine.
thanks for giving very well time. So just wanted to know like how your day gets started as a Oracle DBA. What's your roles and responsibility? The overall day, how you spend as a Oracle DBA. Can you just give from the the start till end
Yeah.
everything?
Hi, everyone. Good evening. In Welcome. So, as soon as I log in to the shift, my first responsibility is to check, log into the production databases and check what are the sessions currently running in the database, whether there is any CPU spike, whether there is any blocking session, whether there is any locking sessions in the database, is whether there is any long running sessions. Those things I used to check. Also, I will check the our ticketing tool. Well, ticketing tool will be different from project to project. ServiceNow, Sharewell, BM, and so on. So, in ticketing tool, we will be having incidents like P1, P2, P3. So, accordingly, we need to prioritize and take the necessary actions. So, and also we will check the mails. Also, or mails check is very mandatory because all the in last 24 hours, whatever the incidents generated and all everything we will get in the mail. So that also we will check in the mail. And also in the if we found any abnormalities like any long running issues or any blocking session, immediately we will have to find out the root cause of the session, of that issue. Suppose if you are seeing that there is a session running for 5 hours and that is causing load on the production database, because in the transactional database or in a live environment we cannot allow our session to run for a long period of time, because CPU will be impacted and we will be getting multiple CPU alerts. So as a result, and what we need to do during that time, we need to work on that root cause analysis of that session. So like that time, what we will do, we'll identify the session, the SQL ID, we will get the SQL text, we will get from whether it's from any application user or from any user have run some SQL or some lots of data bulk insert modifications and DML operations are happening or not, like that we need to check. And then we need to analyze like on that particular SQL whether the tables which are involved due to lots of modifications on those tables. Suppose for example lots of data that gets insert on a particular table, so in that case tables will get stale out. So in that scenario we need to identify those tables and we immediately perform gather stats, and also we need to check the plans and fragmentations. Those things is sometimes due to lots of data volume. Also we have some plan gets changed. Those things we need to check. We need to connect to the respective application team. These things we will be mainly checking. And also we'll be also be checking whether the table space is whether the enough space is available in the A's and D's group, enough space is available in all the table spaces. Means we have to close the monitor as soon as I log into the shift. My main responsibility will be what number of, suppose there are 5 production databases, immediately log into each and every databases and do a basic health check of all the databases. That thing is a primary goal. And after that, whatever the requirements, suppose there is some export of the table, some backup of the table they require from one database to another database, from one schema to another schema, those activities will also be there. Or if any incident is there, like to take a tracing activity or some database maintenance activity, that also we will be taking. And also recently I would like to tell you that automation plays a very important role in the life of a DBA. Hope so Sad will also agree to it,
Correct.
because people are trying to reduce the manual effort. So whatever the daily day-to-day work we are doing, so it will be very great if you could automate it. Means it will be less time and manual effort won't be there, and also so time we can do that work on time always. So I would like to say, from in my current project I have done some automations, that's it. Whenever any SQL long running issues come, I have written a shell script. We can do automation in shell script, Python, and other tools also. I have done using shell script that we'll be using we'll run in the shell script. We'll be running a SQL ID. And that SQL ID, the shell script will give us the report like AWR report, which will be having SQL ID, SQL text, module, service name, what are the plans currently using, what are the tables involved or in the particular SQL, what are the table status like fragmentation stats, and the SQL Turing Advisor also you get in a single considered report. Individually, we don't need to run the scripts, and we don't need to get the report. So that also I have also worked on a health check report. Like I have said, the table daily in our databases we have 2 times in a day. A health check report will automatically come that will consult the database name, the current load in the database, number of sessions running in the database, blocking sessions, the table space uses, ASDX, the space availability on the mount burn. So everything will be checked and automatic reports will come. This automation also, and also whatever automatic work we are doing, suppose at the certain situations we have to kill at a time from particular X user, there are 100 sessions, we need to kill all the sessions at a go. Like that automation also we can do. So like that, the basic some automation work also will help an added advantage in life of a DB to make our tasks easy. Yeah. Over
So
to you,
how
sir.
are you, done the automation? Is it a shell script you used or any Python or other things are you
I
have used?
have done using shells
Shell
this in
script, a
this
bash shell
current
script.
project. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now, just wanted to understand your approach. Like, let's say you got the issues related to the long running queries.
Mhm.
So can you tell me in step by step what you are going to check? What is the first thing you are going to check?
Yeah. Suppose any user or any application team come up and say me that suppose this SQL is running for uh, mm, 10 minutes now, but usually it used to complete in a seconds. Yeah, this situation, suppose let's take. So then in that scenario, what I will do, first I will tell him that and what is the number of data they are processing. Suppose yesterday they have processed thousands of data and today they have processed lakhs of data, then obviously it will
The time
run
will be
long.
more correct.
Time will be more. This is the first question. And secondly, I will do whether they have done any deployment or not. In the code change deployment fix, whether
Correct.
they have done or not. That I will do. And third, I will first check. I will generate the AWR report during yesterday's this time of time and today's this time of time. I will compare both AWR report and I will check whether the database health is same or not. Okay.
So what are you going to check in that AWR report if you can just describe?
That
The
Number of
yesterday's one
sequels.
and today's one.
CPU load
CPU load
yesterday,
and
number of sessions yesterday that time was running. So yesterday during that time, suppose there were 10 sessions running, and suppose today there are 50 sessions running.
correct,
For
correct.
example, yeah,
I
those
got
string
it.
database loads and all, whether there is a blocking session, that everything
Mm-hmm.
compare step by CPU load, everything we will compare. And next I will check these things. Suppose on that point also, if I say if I see that there is a difference in data load, or you see in CPU load yesterday and today, then I can say that yeah, yesterday during this time there are dispensations running, today dispensations, so it may get impacted. That also one point. But suppose everything is normal, yesterday also there is 10 session and today also 10 session, CPU is normal, then I will check the SQL text. Then from that SQL text I will generate the explain plan, and from that explain plan what I will do, I will find out a list of the tables involved in that particular SQL. And also from that explain plan, another point we need to check, what are the indexes involved in that explain plan. So in
Okay.
that indexes, sometimes we will see that in the explain plan it contains the index name, but the table name is not there in the explain plan. We need to consider those tables also which indexes have been used.
Correct.
Yeah, those tables we will consolidate, and we will check the table size, table modification, if there is still in any tables. Else we will be doing checking at partition levels, because sometimes we have seen such scenarios like we have checked at table level where some partitions are stale, so that also may cause an issue. So we will be doing gather stats in that scenario if we see stale, and if you see there is huge fragmentation, and there are many partitions and many get fragmented, lots of DML deletes insert might happen during the window, so may get fragmented also. Then in that scenario we will do fragmentation also. And also sometimes we have seen, maybe there is a scenario that devil is not still, but there is lots of modifications happening. So in that scenario we will be performing gathered stats also, and also we will next step we will check the plan. Sometimes maybe optimizer picks a bad plan due to multiple reasons. So in that scenario, we will flush the plan and we will kill the session and will restart the session, because in the correct plan, most of the time we have seen that it will not take a good plan. If you flush the plan also, it won't get flushed out from the memory. Won't take a good plan. So, but sometimes there is a scenario if we have tried multiple ways, but still the issue is not solved and it's production. Then immediately we will take approval from the client and we will go for a high level of analysis that we will be performing tracing. We will go for trace. Then with that particular SQL ID, we can enable trace and we can generate the ticket proofs. And we can analyze which event is running longer, and we can do detailed analysis on that. And also we can run SQL Tuning Advisor to get some recommendations. Sometimes it tells us to do create some index and all, but directly if you go SQL Tuning Advisor, if SQL Tuning Advisor tells us to create an index on a particular table, we won't be going and create that index also. We won't recommend that also, because that particular table is used by multiple other sessions or multiple other applications also. So accordingly, we need to take a call with the application team and then test it in lower environment, and then implement in production. Testing in lower environment is very much important. Yeah.
Do you guys have the support from the Oracle? Like, if you think that
Yes.
maybe it is not in our hand, like we need to check,
Mhm.
or at least we need to take some advice from the Oracle. So, are you
Yes.
guys checking with the Oracle?
Yes. In that scenario, we will create an SR with Oracle.
Yes, sir, with the Oracle.
Yeah, raise a request with Oracle.
So, when we are discussing, you said that you are going to flush the plan, but many times, like we know that it is going to use the same plan. Like, but I don't want to use that plan. I want to use some different plan. So, is
Yeah.
there in any way like which we can say to the optimizer, okay, don't use this plan, use this plan? Is there
Yeah,
any
correct.
way
Yes, it's correct. Yeah, we have one way. We can pin the plan. No?
we
We
can
will be
pin the
pin
plan?
plan. Yes.
What is
Yes,
this profiling concept? Is there SQL profiling?
that we are explicitly telling that the optimizer that for this particular SQL we will be using this particular plan only. Means we are pinning and explicitly telling the optimizer to use that particular plan only.
Okay. Any idea about this Oracle hint, something like that?
Yeah, hint is like that. Suppose we normal SQL is running in a single session. Suppose we want that particular session to be speed up. So to use parallel running in multiple threads, in that scenario, we will be using a hint concept to
Okay.
speed up the session.
So, like, are you guys using this? Like, how you come to know that? Okay, you got this performance issue. You need to fix it. Like, is there any application team is reaching out to you, or you yourself are doing monitoring yourself?
Application team will be reaching us to you most of the time, and
Okay.
also when we'll be seeing any long running sessions in the database, we'll be getting an alert mechanism.
Hmm.
So in that scenario also we will be checking and coordinate with the application team and take the necessary
When
action.
you say the table is stale, like for our audience, can you just describe what is stale? What is
Yeah.
that?
Stale means suppose our table will have 10 number of records. Okay.
Hmm.
But due to lots of maybe inserts happen, but lots of deletes happen.
Hmm.
And so the optimizer knows the value of the count of the table is 10. But due to lots of records, insert or deletes, the records become 16. But
Hmm.
optimizer have a tolerance of 60 to 70%, but the records have become 16 or 22 something. In that scenario the tables will be getting stale.
So what you will
Actually
do in that case?
we will be performing gather stats.
Gather stats. So you are going to tell to the optimizer that boss, this is the correct information, not that
Correct.
one.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's nice. Um, uh, what is this index rebuilding?
Yeah, sometimes what happens, the indexer gets fragmented, and and also indexer gets invalid also. So
Hmm.
in that scenario we used to perform index rebuild.
Is it online activity or you need to shut down the database?
It's an online activity.
What about the gather stats?
It's an online activity. Nothing. No need to hold a session. Also, nothing. Parallelly, we can perform.
You can perform parallelly.
Yeah.
Anything like internal, it will log the rows, something like that. Do you
No,
observe?
no, no. Gather stats don't lock anything, and
Hmm.
normally we can perform gather stats.
Okay. Now, like, in normally real time, the fragmentation is one of the big challenge for most of the time. Like, let's say you have a table, you deleted some of the records. Normally,
Mhm.
we delete because I want to free some space from my database,
Mhm.
but it will not free the space, right?
Correct.
So, what you will do in that case? That's a fragmentation, right? So, how are you going to defragment it? Like any scenario you have observed in your real-time production environment where you have to defragment any times?
Yes, we have done fragmentation and through online only. Online table move shrinkage cascade. We have
Think
one
you are doing okay.
shrinkage cascade done
Okay.
and we are doing.
I was talking about a few more scenario. Maybe you may have heard, like you need to enable the row movement, you need to move the table spaces, you can do export import also.
Yes. Like that only. Yeah.
Hmm.
We used to enable the row movement, then alter table name, we need to enable row movement, and then we need to do shrinkage, shrink us.
Cascade is there,
Such,
correct.
yeah, shrink cascade, and then disable row movement, and then gather stats. So after doing the defragmentation, is always recommended to do the gather stats to take the correct statistics to tell the correct statistics to the optimizer.
Okay. Any idea about that histogram?
No, sorry,
No,
we
heard
haven't
about it?
used it.
Yeah,
No, we
just
haven't used. Yeah.
okay. So, uh, like most of the time, you guys are doing the performance tuning kind of issues only. Is this
Mainly in this current project where I'm allocated, mainly using the working on this performance tuning issues. Those, and apart from that, if there is any resource busy, if any resource busy issue come, deadlock issue come, that also is to troubleshoot, and daily health check and all daily monitoring, that also. Oh, and sometimes EXPDP, export import, those things also we used to do. Oh, along with this automation we are doing,
You were
whatever
talking
that.
about the blocking, right? Blocking session. So when blocking will happen, what you'll do?
Suppose we are see SID1 is blocking SID5. Okay. If we have seen this in the report, then what we will do, we will get the details of SID1 and SID5. We'll take both the details of those two sessions. Then, and we will take a call with the app, find out from which user, or whether the session is active or inactive. If, and those we will take a call with the respective application team, and with their approval, we will kill the session.
You are going to kill it. Okay.
Yeah, if
What
they
about the
approve.
deadlock? What is this?
Yeah, resource busy order 600. Whenever that issue comes, we need to find out what are the suppose it comes with a particular on a particular table. Then we need to find out that particular table is used by what are the sessions. And so accordingly, we will take that. Some will be active, some will be inactive. Then for running, we need to prioritize which session will be running. Then that session will complete, then we will be allowing our session to run. Like that, we need to troubleshoot an inactive session. If we see the last call ET column is too high, and if application team confirms that that session is of no use, first then in that scenario, we will be killing. But yeah, now before killing any session in a production database or in a non, so application team or the respective user approval is always needed.
Okay. There is, there are two parameters are there in the Oracle database. Like a processes parameter is there and session parameter is there, right? If you remember.
Yeah, gsv process and gsv
So
session.
normally, like we need to increase the number of processes. So do you know the what is the interrelation of these two things, processes and sessions? Like let's take an example. You got an error message saying that the number of sessions are exceed. Okay,
Mhm.
means now you cannot go beyond that. What you will do? Is it, do you need to check the processes also? Any idea about this?
No, I'm sorry, I
So there is
haven't.
a parameter called show parameter sessions, like, or process is also there.
Yeah,
You can increase that whenever you need, you can increase that, but accordingly you need to also check whether your database have the capacity, because resources are going to be increased.
correct.
So you need to check that. So that's very important. Coming to the export import, any chances increasing the performance of export import job?
Yeah, that parallelism
Parallel
we can
parameter you can
use.
use.
Yeah,
And how you guys are taking the backup, Arman backup?
actually, in this Arman backup, we have a tool. So that is a different team actually.
Okay, so you
It's
guys are
good.
using some automatic tool like Commvault or
Yes,
maybe something like that.
yes.
So through that you guys are taking backup.
Yes, we just only used to check it from GV dollar Arman job details whether any backup failed or not. If
Hmm.
we see any job that Arman backup, archive logs, implemented
Hmm.
backup failed, in that scenario, we used to report to the respective team. That we used to do, but
How helpful this SQL tuning advisor in your experience? I'm saying, is it
yeah,
that good?
yeah, see, suppose the time we are taking, we got the SQL ID and immediately if you want the SQL tuning advisor, it was telling us at least what are the tables we are stale and all, right? So and also we are getting an idea, overall idea what can be done on that particular SQL. ID. So yeah, it helps because parallelly, if we run the experiment plan, they find out the tables, check the statistics, it's checking some time. So side by side, if we run the SQL tuning advisor and within 1 minute, if we get the report of the SQL tuning advisor, at least we will get an idea, right? Whatever about the SQL ID. So I feel it helps.
It's helping, right? And how are you going to generate the reports and all? Like, are you using OEM or you guys like AWR report, your ASH report, and other reports
Both ways. Through AM also we do, but most of the time it's recommended to use from Putty. From
through the
data.
putty only? You guys are
Yeah.
doing. What is the difference between this ASH report and AWR report? When you use ASH report,
See, whenever we get CPU spikes multiple alerts,
hmm,
as ASS means active session history.
hmm.
So that time normally whatever the top consuming session since in database is during that particular timestamp, and that we used to get in ASH reports, but in AWR report contains the SQL IDs by IO, by CPU, by top SQLs, and also it contains the ADDM report, and also if any blocking
Does
session.
AWR report contain everything of ASH and other things also?
Yes,
So AWR have everything, including your ASH also. You are saying.
yes, including ADDM also it has.
Okay. So that is the reason, like, we don't need to take any but whenever you want to know specific to the session, you guys are taking ASH report, correct na?
Yeah, whenever doing
And what about
CPU.
ADDM?
Suppose we want any recommendations and all ADDM from ADDM we get recommendations, no, for any particular SQL ID. Then in that scenario, we are using ADDM.
Is it like a SQL tuning advisor only?
No, ADDM it's a bit different, and like it recommends, it also recommends creating index and like that. But sometimes if it's a SQL text as a PL SQL block, in that scenario, SQL tuning advisor won't give us any recommendation. But what ADDM reports will tell us that this PL SQL block will internally call this select statement or any insert statement, so we can go dig further, we can go work on that in the select statement what that PL SQL block is internally calling. So like that, for this kind of analysis, ADDM reports helps us.
Any scenario that you observe related to the performance recently, and you have done the troubleshooting, how you fix that? Any scenario recently which you
Recent
think
Recently, I have fixed. Recently, at present, I'm working on this automation skills. So
automation?
whatever the day-to-day activities we are using, so that only whatever the reports actually normally we use in top uses of the tables and database growth report. Those things only day-to-day activities. I'm trying to automate it. Presently, I'm working on this area. Yeah, and apart from that, recently like SQL long running issues only like trace and all whatever. See if in long running issues come, so pinning a plan and it fix the issue, and also did for this CPU long running issues was also. So
How
I
you
have,
come to know that this is a good plan, this is the bad plan?
yeah, from via from the explain plan we will get the cost and the IO users. So from that also we have one view GB dollar SQL plan. From there also we will get the average elapsed time and the average e average elapsed time, yeah, average e time. So from there we will be getting the comparison of the plan, timing and cost based on that, and we can conclude.
So for any particular SQL, if I want to generate multiple plan, can we create from our side?
Yeah,
We can do
we
that
can. Yeah.
from our side also, right?
Yeah, we have from that script it, or from if we generate the explain plan also, it will tell us what are the plans available in the memory. From
Hmm.
there, we will be choosing which one is the good plan, and accordingly, we can take up a decision to build the plan.
And where all these activities are happening, creating plans in like in the database,
In library cache,
library cache. That's a part of architecture.
yes.
So it like I see that you have learned too much.
Currently, plan is to move in, as we know, cloud is the market,
Okay,
trying to move into cloud at present.
that's the next plan. What's the plan about rack?
Yeah, that learning is going on. Yeah,
Learning is going on.
yeah.
So you want to jump to the new company now?
Hmm.
Very soon.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
But the good thing, like uh, like like I see that tremendous knowledge you have gained throughout this journey what you have started. I still remember that from where you started and where are you right now. And nice to see you, that you are doing good job, really great actually.
Thank you.
And again, thank you so much for giving your valuable time to us. I'm pretty much sure that the knowledge that you have given it to this platform, especially this Learnomate technology platform, it's going to be really helpful for the people, those who really want to start into the Oracle DBA, and even for the people who are actually working as Oracle DBA. The way you have explained the things, the new terminologies, maybe if some people have heard it for the first time, they can just listen those, do some Google, maybe they can join some trainings, and they will try to start. You know, you have given that boost related to the performance to this audience, so that's really nice. And that too in midnight, almost it's 11:13 here. So really thank you for giving your valuable time.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session.
Thank you.